everybody. Good afternoon or morning, depending on where you're at. Hopefully you're having a great day. Y'all, I'm getting ready to head out, but before I do, there's something I need to do. So this is probably going to shock some of you. Some of y'all are going to be completely against this, and some of you all are going to be all for it. So I'm interested to see how many of you are against it. But I'm about to do something crazy, and I'm going to cut up the sweater that I am wearing right now, okay? So I got this sweater, and it is way too long, okay? It's basically a dress on me, and I will not wear it like it is, all right? I know that I won't. I know myself, and I know that I don't love the way that it looks, and I'm not going to wear it the way that it is. So I've decided to cut it up. All right, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take y'all along with me. We're going to cut it and create a frayed edge hem. I've had a sweater like this before, and I think it's adorable. This frayed hem sweater is a very popular thing right now, and I happen to think it's super cute. So I'm finding that it's a really great idea to consider ways to potentially that you could change or edit clothing that you have to make you like it a lot more. And so I am trying to do that with some of the things that are in my closet instead of just getting rid of it because I don't love it. Is there something I could easily change about it that would make it more wearable for me? I already see a no. Joyce is like, no. So we're going to do it. We're going to get it done, and we're going to cut this up and make it look really cute. So we'll see how it turns out. I think it's going to be cute. But you never know. At the end of the day, I'm not going to wear it like it is. Okay. So that's the thing. It's just going to sit in my closet, or I'm going to end up donating it. So we're going to see if we can make it work. Yes, Danae. Listen, there are, especially, this is a really great idea if you're someone who likes a crop top. Now, I don't like a crop top, but these days you sometimes do find things that are just extra long, and this is one of those things. It's just extra long, and it seems to fit me pretty well everywhere else. The sleeves are a little bit long, so we might play with the sleeves too, but everywhere else it fits good. The length is incredibly way too long. But everywhere else it's good. I like the oversized look on it, and I got it because it's black and gold, which is Woodford County colors, which is so cute. So, hi Dale, hey Danae, hi Joyce, hey Dana, hi Teresa, hi Aletta, hey Rhonda, hey Jezelyn, hi Michelle, hey Teresa. Some of y'all are on board, and some of y'all are like, Okay. So let me show you what we're going to do. I do have on a shirt underneath. I put on a shirt underneath so I can show you what it looks like on me. And then we're going to go for it. Now, I already have an idea of where I want the length to be. Okay. So while it was on, I kind of already played with it, and I kind of already have an idea of where I want the length to be. I still wouldn't mind the back to be a little bit longer than the front. But I know that in the front, I want about 2 inches or so below this yellow stripe down here at the bottom. I am actually going to turn this inside out. I am a little bit nervous, y'all, I gotta say. Okay, and this is the back side. So I'm going to turn it to the front first. Okay. And stretch it out. So we've got a nice flat. And I'm trying to get this stripe. It kind of helps that there's stripes on this, because that makes it a little bit easier to work with. I'm going to grab a straight edge, okay? And then I'm gonna find, I've got somewhere some markers, some disappearing ink markers. I don't know for sure if I've got any here, or I know I've got some down here, I think. Let me find them. I just saw them the other day. Here they are. Okay. So that's what I'm going to tell you that, Dana, because that's what I initially thought. I was like, well, I'm really scared to do that though, because then it's just going to keep on unraveling. So we are going to do it in a zigzag, okay? I'm sure, Kay. Sweatshirts are really easy, right? You can definitely do that to sweatshirts. Now, I do have one that I did before that I did not like, but I think it was too small. I think it works really well if you got one that's a little bit bigger to cut that band off the bottom. All right, so I'm just guesstimating here. I'm trying to just make sure that it's somewhat straight. And I'm putting my straight edge on where I want ultimately the bottom to be. Okay. And I'm going to make a line. So this is like some kind of disappearing ink marker that will hopefully show up. So this is giving me my starting point, okay? So then we're gonna zigzag this, okay? So I'm just gonna freehand this part, and I want the zigzag to kind of come up to the yellow. So this is the edge right here. So we're just gonna start like this, I think. And I'm just freehanding. I'm kind of doing a wide zigzag. Like I said, just kind of freehanding it, going diagonally against the grain. Okay, so it kind of is working kind of like pinking shears when you cut fabric with pinking shears, and it's that zigzag to keep it from fraying. That's kind of the look we're going for here. Okay, so it's that zigzag. It's just on a much larger scale. Okay. So that's the front. I can still see my line. It's very faint, but it's there. All right, I'm gonna take my fabric scissors. So I did that bottom line, so all of the bottoms of my zigzags hit at the same spot, okay? Looks like y'all can see it in the picture or in the video. Oh no, Tina, I'm glad you're okay. Goodness gracious. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is, oh, I am nervous, y'all. But like I said, I'm not going to wear it. I know that I'm not going to wear it as it is. So we're going to cut it. All right, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to start cutting. I'm just going right into my zigzag here. I am leaving a little bit of the white. So I'm cutting about a 1/4 inch below that white. Hi, Chrissy. Okay, and then on the edges, I am kind of bringing that zigzag all the way down to where the end of this seam is, okay? So wherever the seam ends, I'm just going to kind of bring it all the way down to that seam. Okay, now from here, we're going to just start fraying this. All right, so you just want to start kind of pulling on the edges, just like we do fabric. And you can just take your fingers and just pull some of these little bits out. Y'all, I think this is going to be really cute. I'm really excited. I hope it looks really good. Yes, save the scraps for sure, Nancy. Yeah, we can do something, especially at Christmas time in the fall. All right, we're gonna do the back side too, but I think I'm gonna make the back side a little bit longer. But I'm gonna put this on first so we can see what it looks like. Okay, so we can see how we're liking it. Okay, let's see how we're doing so far. You all ready? What do you think? Do you think we did okay? Okay. All right. I can't really tell very well in the picture. I'm going to look at it in my camera. Y'all, that's cute. I think that's cute. What do y'all think? Let me bring my shirt up so y'all can see it. I'm gonna take the shirt off before I wear it. I think that's cute. So on the bottom, we're gonna go even longer on the bottom. So it's got that length in the back. Okay. So we're gonna turn it inside out again. I'm just turning it inside out so that I don't see that mark of the pencil. Okay, so on the back side, we're going a lot lower. So on the back side, I think I'll bring it, the bottom, I'm just gonna let be this, this little edge right here, and we'll just cut that off. It is, Lori, but it's out of stock, unfortunately. Okay, so this time we'll do a line right at the top. I'm trying to decide, is that going to be long enough, or do I just want the fray to be this bottom edge? It's going to be about double. I think that'll work. We might go, I might make the top just be right where that hem comes, where that seam comes together. I think I'm going to let that be the top of the zigzag. And I think we'll let the bottom come down a little bit down to this bottom hem. So I'm just really cutting off about 2 inches. Okay, so now we'll make our zigzag. This way is going opposite. Do I want it to go opposite or the same way? Because I think this will be, if I go this way, okay, so if I go the opposite way, then the way that the front zigzag is cut, the back is just going to keep going this way. If I don't, then the way that the front zigzag is cut is like this. And then the back zigzag is going to be flat like this, okay? And then go in like that. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to decide which way I like better. Do I want that edge to be straight? I think I'm going to go with the way I'm doing it. No, Dana, absolutely not that. Absolutely not. That's a hard no. No sewing for me. That's why I'm like, okay, so how do I make this and it not be, and it not fray? That was my biggest concern. Okay. I think I got it. We're going with it. We're going with it. Okay, here we go. Let's cut it. I'm getting off my pattern just a little bit. That's okay, because I think it wasn't quite wide enough. Okay. And so I didn't cut the side seam at all. So the side seam is still completely in place. Sandy, I am making some edits to a sweater that I have that I don't like as it is. So we're changing it up and making it shorter so that it looks a little bit better on me. So I'm cutting zigzags in it, in the bottom, wide zigzags. Lori, I'm actually not. First of all, this is supposed to be hand washed. Not that I'm going to hand wash it because I don't really hand wash anything. But I don't think it's going to unravel. It might a little bit more, but it's going to look better, I think. Because it's cut at a zigzag, it can't completely unravel. But if I had cut it straight off, possibly. So I think it's going to be fine being cut the way that I did. All right, let's put it on. And then I've got to decide if I want to cut a V in the top. Okay, so let me show you how it looks. That's how it's looking on the bottom. Let me tuck my shirt a little bit. kind of looks like a Linus sweater, doesn't it? Or is it Linus who wears that sweater that's all? Y'all, what do we think? Do we like it? I think I do want to cut, y'all, that's cute. That's cute. I think I do want to cut a V in the top because I think it's going to look better. It's going to bring it all together. Just make sure you don't go too short, you know, especially with cutting the zigzag, because then there are parts of it that are going to be shorter. Y'all, that's so cute. Okay, I've got fuzz in my eyelash here. Okay, so let's figure out the V. I don't want much of a V, but I think I would like to have a little bit of a V in it. So I'm just going to make a mark right where I want it to come down to. And then we're just going to go right up from that. This is just going to make that collar a little bit more comfortable as well. And again, we're going at an angle here, so it should be fine. Okay. And if you were a seamstress, it'd look really cute to put like a little patch right there. I'm thinking about it, Larissa. I'm thinking about it. All right, here we go. Cutting the V. Okay. We got the V cut. Okay, so now we got the frayed there. So now let's talk about the sleeves. Now, I did have the sleeves rolled with the cuff up, and it fit me really well in the length like that. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is cutting a zigzag in the cuff. That way I still have that length a little bit, because I don't want to cut the length out of this part, right? Because then I'm worried it's going to be too big, too short, I mean. So we're going to cut the length out of the cuff. And I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this. I'm not thinking, I'm just freehanding this too much or too deep. Really, it's more about, because I don't mind the length, it's more here about just getting it to match the rest. You know what I mean? Okay, if I just do it like that, I think I can just leave it folded because it's on the seam right here. So I'm keeping the seam, and I'm just going to cut out some triangles here. And it's going to be a zigzag all the way around. And just pull on those seams. And then you can still fold it if you want to, but you've still got that zigzag that just helps to, that frayed edge that helps to make it match the rest. Y'all, I love it. I'm so glad I braved it and did it. It's so much better. I'm gonna be able to wear it now. Okay, so the same thing here I did on the seam side. So I want to make sure I got the seam right there. I am making sure I come up from that seam, because we don't want to cut that seam off. And then up like that. And I'm cutting both sides at one time. And this one seems to want to be moving, so I think I'm gonna pin this because it's adjusting on me. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're almost done, y'all. It's the last cuts. Okay. Yeah, Charlie Brown. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me on my little adventure here. Thought it would be fun to take y'all along. I know some of y'all were going to be like, what is she doing? Okay, it's done. Gonna shake all the fuzz. All right. On it goes. I'm gonna step over here and take my t-shirt off so y'all can see what it looks like, okay? Okay. All right. It's done. Y'all, how cute. And it's still long in the back, so it still covers my bum. I love the sleeves. That's really cute, and we can still sort of fold it up if we want to. Is it too zigzagged? I don't know. What do y'all think? I kind of wish it wasn't so zigzagged. I don't know if I could. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of just cutting a bit of a pattern in there just so that it's not straight. To remove a little bit of that, it's a little too much for me. The hem, I'm afraid to cut that. I'm almost cutting like a wave. I think that's better for me. I think that's looking a little too edgy. So there's the difference. You were worried, but you like it? I'm glad, Joyce. I don't know that I'm going to be able to cut that with my left hand. That is one thing I cannot do with my left hand. I cannot scissor with my left hand. There are a lot of things I can do with the left hand, but cutting is not one of those things. Yeah, it was too zigzagged. I agree. This is better. And so I'm just keeping an odd edge on it just so that it's not straight. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think that's better. Y'all, how cute is that? And I can still roll this if I want to give me just a little bit less length and I still have that sort of zigzag look or that frayed edge going on. Cute. I'm happy with it. I don't know what y'all think. I'll try and post a picture. And then I've got these that I can save and we'll use these for something. These would be perfect for making your gnomes and your Santas and things, using the ends of this for like legs and the tops on a stocking, all kinds of different things like that. I think it will hold up in the washer because we just cut it in we went against the grain, and so it's no different than pinking shears, right? I think pinking shears might work, Dana. You would definitely, it would be more of a straight across. I don't know for sure. I mean, I was kind of taking a gamble with this too, so I can't say for sure because I haven't tried it. But I think it would work, and I think that when it's in the washer, it's just going to have more of a frayed look. It's not going to come unraveled. I didn't cut any of the seams out, right? So I did not cut any of those edge seams or anything like that, so it's not going to come undone. I just cut against the weave of it, okay? So we'll see. But right now, it's not, like, as I pull on it, it's not pulling out, so I don't really see that it's going to come unraveled. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you all enjoyed this. Have a great day.